Hello and welcome to another episode of my Narrated Rolls, where I look at video footage of me rolling with my friends Jason and Gosha in their basement dojo. The aim of this is to learn from me basically, but if you learn as well, then it's win-win. So in this particular session I picked out one roll with Jason where I use a variety of open guards. For me, I don't consider open guard as one particular specific guard like Spider or De La Hiva. Ultimately I see open guard as an integration of all the various open guards that you can possibly try and use, all flowing from one to the other, picking and choosing whichever is suitable at the time, and which would give you the best opportunities to attack, to sweep, to submit, and also to defend, because don't forget guard is both a defensive tool as well as an attacking tool. So we'll see what I do here and see how successful or unsuccessful I am with using the various systems. Now we start off as always with a bit of stand up. I never know what Jason's going to do, but whether he's going to pull guard or whether he's going to go for a takedown. By gripping my gi lapel here, it's possible that he wants to play some sort of worm guard stuff, so he's probably wants to pull guard. So now the emphasis is on me to pull guard first, or at least try and take him down, but I'm not so great on takedowns. It looks like it's a guard pull race. Let's have a look. There you go, and the guard pull should come any second. There we go. Rotation, which I've mentioned before. Now with playing open guard, I find getting sleeve and collar grip my prime concern, and a foot on the hip. So if I can get 1, 2, 3, that's the bare minimum that I need with which to begin my work. And also there is a sort of a delicate balance between working out whether you should be, how much you should be pushing with your foot on his hip to keep him away from you, and how much you should be pulling on your hands to keep him close to you. So you've got that sort of push-pull, in and out, constantly flowing sensitivity drill, which you need to develop over time, and that's important for open guard especially. So you can see what Jason did there. He got rid of one foot. So because he got rid of one foot, I need to replace it with the other. Let's see what happens. Yeah, he got rid of that foot. Use this elbow. Yeah, see. So he steps back from this leg, and immediately I swap it with the other foot here. So I still have the 3 points of contact, which is useful. Now, with any open guard, especially the open guards I like to play, I've got my collar, my sleeve and my hip in contact here. So this leg, my left leg, becomes the active leg, and this leg has a number of choices. I can swing it this way in for a De La Hiva, I can put it inside for a spider guard, I can loop it over for Lasso, I can just do something more neutral, like just put it on his hip. Maybe go for a butterfly shin on shin type thing, or even put it on his shoulder. So you can see all the options on this side of the body is available to me with this sort of loose leg. But Jason's keeping hold of the ankle, tracking its movements, he's doing all the right things in preparedness for that. So I switched to sleeve grip there. Now I'm playing more of a, I could play a more traditional spider guard system, but he's moving quite well, so I figure I need to sort of use a guard system that will keep him in place a bit. There, and it sort of just slides into a very loose lasso guard here. Now Jason's very good at getting out of lasso guards, so I keep it very loose so I can get it in and out very quickly. In the past, when I've tried a more dominating lasso, and by dominating I mean you penetrate very deeply in, and your instep goes over the top half of your opponent's back to put pressure on, I find that doesn't work with me when I'm rolling with Jason. It works on other people, but he's got a very good way of dealing with that, so I don't like to play that anymore. I play a very loose lasso. So he's very keen on that gi lapel grip, and he will try and pass that gi lapel over to his other hand, which will give him passing opportunities. I don't like that. I've kind of, this is where rolling with someone for a long time makes you very aware of their favourite little moves. So immediately I'm aware of that danger, so I want to do something with this lasso. There's a sense of urgency. There. Okay, so we're going to rewind there and have a look at that sweep again. So at the moment you can see my foot, and it's just sort of lying there. It's in a lasso sort of position. I don't really have any control over it, because if Jason wasn't preoccupied with grabbing the gi, he could easily just grab my pants and sort of push it out the way for an X pass style guard pass. I'm lucky in this particular instance that he's not done that, so I have freedom to put this leg where I want. At the moment it's not doing anything. What I want to do is put it under his left leg here for a reverse de la Riva hook, and with that I have the power to sweep him over my head along with the pulling of the sleeves here. So let's sleeve and collar. So let's see step by step. So as a moment I've inserted it into his other leg, and I want to bring his head over my head. That, for me, that's the cue to initiate an effective sweep, especially the more overheady ones. I bring him towards me, so I lift his leg up, see, with my reverse de la Riva hook, which is very powerful, by the way. You should try this if you try lasso guard. And it goes over my head for the landing here. All good fun. It puts me in a good position to do a footlock. This position here. So I've got my arm encircled around his ankle. Now we'll stop it here. You see the kind of straight ankle lock I'm attempting. It's got this old traditional figure 4 style grip here, which I must admit, before going to training I picked up a new video from the website called Techniquely. It really attracted my interest because it's called the shotgun footlock, and I wondered what the shotgun footlock was. Well, a shotgun footlock is this, where you do the figure 4 grip. But I was doing it really badly because I literally only just watched it, and I thought I'd try it in tonight's session, and it didn't work for me. So I need to go back to the drawing board and figure out. I mean, I'm doing some things right, like I've got the hand position okay, I've got feet on his hips, I can push back, but I'm not on my elbow, and the fulcrum where the pain point is way too high up his leg, so I need to really work on that if I want to make it successful. It's not how I normally do a straight ankle. I normally do the guillotine grip, or the rear naked choke style grip. So it's kind of it's rather lamely not doing anything, and Jason's easily getting out of it. So I give up on that. He's trying to pass my guard. I figure, well, as he passes my, since the foot is there, I might as well go for a cheeky toe hold. Let's have a look. It's more speculative, to be honest. I didn't really have any hope of getting any submission from there, but it's really just, I did it just to stop him passing my guard. I'm circling my arm here for a footlock, but he's wise that he's gripping my gi lapel here, so he has control over my hip line, so I can't really rotate and maneuver myself to get a straight ankle lock. Now when Jason stands up, you see him, he's trying to stand up. He's in a great position to potentially pass my guard. I want to avoid that, and I'm starting to, maybe not panic, but I'm aware that the tide is in his favour in this particular guard versus passer battle. And a very good way to neutralise that is to get to 50-50 guard. So I switch the leg over, move the leg over, and we're 50-50. I say normally, but in this case, as you can see, it didn't quite go to plan. We'll stop it there. So he was wise to me going for 50-50, and as soon as I transitioned the legs, he popped up so he could put his weight over my head, which put me in a not a great 50-50 position. I mean, I'm not in any danger here, but he does have the advantage of being on his feet and gravity bearing down on me, and I need to pendulum my my right leg here to have any sense of control back again. So have a look on that leg. So I'm trying to, so I triangle it at first, but it's not really doing anything. I realise I'm stuck there. Oh, there's a little ZKLB fashion there. So the left light there's the pendulum, didn't work, awful. And now I'm just framing and preventing just damage limitation here, survival. So I do a cross-color choke, he does a cross-color choke. I realise I'm not winning that battle, so I frame away, create a little distance, and time runs out. So I really wanted to show that video because it showed a variety of open guards, how I like to approach the open guard, the things that worked well for me and the things that didn't. That's part and parcel of being in a role, especially with someone who is very used to how you roll day in, day out, and has weapons to counteract that. And I'll stop it there. So the goal with the open guard is to mix and match the systems that suit you bring out the best tools for the job. And because of the wide variety of options you have, sometimes you'll get it wrong, sometimes you'll get it right, and the trick is to continuously try and mix them up and experiment and train and drill and practice and just use it in sparring. And over time you'll get more familiar with the nuances of using your favourite systems, and you'll get submissions and sweeps out of it. So anyway, I hope that was useful. I certainly learnt a lot watching that video. I'll do some more videos from that particular session soon, because we had some really good rolls that evening. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you soon. Cheers.